Flosstube. This is Helga, also known as QAllyQ. That's QALLIEQ on Instagram, Ravelry, Twitter, Facebook. Do I have any other social medias? I don't know. QAllyQ. Oh, and at Gmail. So if you feel the need to email me, I guess now you have that. So QAllyQ. Anyways, hi! How's everyone doing? Sorry, dog just popped on the couch. We didn't film last week because Sunday last, so the Sunday after we last filmed, a super huge fire broke out locally, probably about 45 minutes north of us, in an area that we both grew up going to as kids, and so we as a family chose to get involved with the donation and relief efforts locally. So apologies for not filming. Yes, this is a weekly podcast, vlog, Google Cast, I don't know what it's called. Anyways, it is a weekly. We failed. We didn't do it weekly. I apologize, Flosstube. We're back. As always, Stitchy Bug EJ will be at the very end, so if you want to stick around, that's great, and if you don't, that's okay too. I think this week he's between 3 and 5 minutes. It's a little bit less than usual. I don't know if you figured it out yet, but he films first, and then I throw it on the end, because it's a lot easier to get him to do his before I do mine, because then he's not trying to remember what I said when he's doing his. We tried doing it backwards last time. 2 times ago, 3 times, I don't know. Anyways, tried doing it the other way around, it didn't work. Oh, and glasses are on because it's just really, I don't know, my allergies are going haywire today and my eyes are itchy, and so maybe this prevents me from touching them all the time. Sorry if it bothers you. I know I apologize too much. Shh, don't tell. Okay, so, hi! Saturday, September 26th. Last Sunday, September 20th, was my 7-year wedding anniversary. Yay! We still like each other and we've been married for 7 years. I did not marry my high school sweetheart, but I did meet my husband in high school. So, yay for us. We've been married for 7 years. We still like each other, and we have an adorable, precocious 5-year-old that you've all gotten to know real well. So, mom brag. Today was Taekwondo portraits, and you get to see the pictures. So, let's see, how much closer do I have to get? Can you see? Check out that round kick. Pretty rad, huh? So there's Evan James in his martial arts uniform with this week's portraits for 2015. Oh, isn't he adorable? I'm not biased, but he totally is. He's mine. Don't tell. Okay, so on to works in progress. All right, there are 93 days until Christmas. How did that happen? I know it's in December this year. I totally forgot. So I got desperate. I had aspirations to do a bunch of stitchy projects for Christmas, and guess what? None of them are going to make it. But I'm going to try. So I've decided it's time to start a rotation. So that means I'm going to work on 5 projects during a week. That's right, 5. I got 5 fingers. Sometimes I go 5, and I meant that, or I get 4, you know, 5. So 5 projects for the week. So I'm looking at my notes. Sorry. I hate when people look at their notes, but here I am doing it. So hopefully you're not seeing too many gray hairs. Works in progress. Last time we talked about, oh, I'm down to 5. So, sorry, tangent. Rewind, reverse that, try again. Gonna work on 5 projects this week. 5 projects this week. 2 for other people, 3 for myself. 2 for other people, 3 for myself. That's kind of fun. Anyways, so the first thing I'm going to work on is for somebody else, and it's by Ink Circles. It's called the Get Kraken, and like I talked about last time, I'm planning to turn this into a baby sampler for my sister, and I have a bit of a problem. I went on to Google Translate, I typed in the writing that's at the top there, and it really does say something, which means it's really in Dutch. So I'm a bad person if I change it, huh? So the question is, do I make it say what I want it to say in Dutch, or can I have it in English? I want your opinion on this. Doesn't mean I'm going to follow it, but I want your opinion. So put it down below. No, not down there. Down in the comments. Yeah, so we'll see. But haven't been very productive. Like I said, we were dealing with a lot of the garbage that was happening around here, so I didn't do very much stitching on it. But I got a little bit done. So this is the thing on my scroll frame, and it's the scroll frame from Michaels, so it's the El Cheapo. So let's see if that's going to work. Can you see it? So I worked a little bit on the brown rails, I worked a little bit on the tentacles, I got a bird done. That was kind of exciting, and that's about it. But so far, I've been able to preserve the stitching by my mom at the top there. And so that's the goal, and we'll see if it works out in my favor. And then it's a potion needle minder from, can you see the needle minder? It's potion needle minder from Gina on Facebook and Etsy. Gina's Unique Needle Minders, who is in Fresno. And Gina, you also have been dealing with Wretched Fires. I don't know if she watches Flosstube. Certainly don't know if she watches me. But I know that the Fresno area also had Wretched Fires. This is the worst fire season for California. We do have some direct friends that did lose their home. We have others that were evacuated for an extensive period of time. And the support of our community locally has been absolutely awe-inspiring, and I cannot say enough how much I love my town. Petaluma, you are awesome. And we are Middletown strong. We are Cobb Hill strong, Cobb Mountain strong, and Lower Lake, we're here for you. So the Valley Fire in Lake County was absolutely awful, and sorry, another tangent, but all my love to those people. Okay, next work in progress. You're gonna think I worked on this, and I didn't. All I've done is a teeny tiny little bit. But I dug into the box of inheritance, and I found something. So I found something that I've seen on a stash unload for more than $20. Actually, I want to say it was like 40 bucks. So I went into the box of inheritance, and I came across this. Do you guys see who that is? That's a Prairie Schooler. It was bought in 1999 at the regular price that it's marked of $1.79. Means a normal person purchased it for $1.79, worked on it for a while, and then put it in their stash. Well, guess what I'm going to do? For Christmas, if I can pull it off, I'm going to finish it. So the previous person is my mom. It's on 18 count Aida in an oatmeal color. It actually looks like the exact same fabric that I'm doing the Kraken on. And all I've done is Santa's little peachy pink scary colors. But I absolutely love it, you guys, because first of all, oh, and it's a Mahjong. I think that's how you say it, Mahjong. My husband loves this game, and his favorite number is 3, and we are the B3, and so it's just this really cool needle minder. I don't know where it came from. Did I buy it or did I make it? I think I bought this one. I make them with Scrabble tiles, though. It's super easy. You just need the magic glue or the Craggle. You'll know what that is if you think about it hard enough. But anyway, so she stitched it. Super tiny stitches. Absolutely beautiful. I found a mistake. Shh. I'm just going to pretend it didn't happen and fix it for her. But this is the part I love. So here's her little ring and all of her flosses and her floss away bags. They smell like an old lady house. Yes, right, Mom. They smell like an old lady. I don't mean that as disrespect. It's the smell I love. It's like, I don't know. I call it old lady, and that's not what I mean, but it's like, it's the smell of memories. It's the smell of legacy. It's the smell of hope. It's just, so I'm calling this my legacy project. So those are the two things that I'm working on that are for somebody else. I don't know if you can see that, but Prairie Schooler 1990 Santa. In 1990, I would have been 10 years old. I remember we had a cross-stitch store locally that we used to go to in Santa Rosa. I'm guessing this is where this came from. And, oh, and I sewed the edges because apparently she didn't believe in sewing her edges. So I just used an overlock on my quilting sewing machine, nothing fancy. And yeah, let's see if I can pull that off, huh? So I've got 2 things for somebody else and 3 things for me. Can I get some coffee, please? That's right, my husband's here. Yay, he's home. I asked him for coffee. Watch this, it's magical. Iced coffee. Don't you wish you had one? He's pretty awesome. I like this one. Thank you, love. We use Coffee Mate vanilla creamer, ice cubes, and black coffee. Nothing special. Oh, and we add milk. He's reminding me I don't like a lot of sugar. Iced coffee is like my favorite. It's 80 degrees, 9 o'clock at night on a Saturday at the end of September, and I'm drinking iced coffee. That can't be normal. Okay, projects for me. So I only have one to show you because I've only worked on one of them. But I'm going to tell you about all three of them. So the first one is fun. I talked about my friend Sarah before. And my friend Sarah is just the sweetest thing, and she's got beautiful family, and I just love that she thought of me. And she sent me the French Country Pineapple by JBW Designs and says to me, guess what? You're going to do something on linen. Okay, I've told you before, I have 14 count and 18 count Aida. That's all I have. What do you mean I'm doing linen? So I was a little nervous, but here's the pineapple. You know me, I love pineapples. And I get this delicious little package in the mail, because if you're a fan of delicious flavor, you get the joke. Do I have to explain it to you? Tell me you know what Psych is. If you don't, I think it's on Netflix. It's a completely underrated show. Underrated means good, right? I don't know. It was amazing. I loved it. I wish it would come back. Sean is awesome. But anyways, so first of all, Sarah, I suck at linen. I said suck. Did EJ hear me? I don't think I have $1 in my wallet. Oh well, good thing it's 9 o'clock at night, so that works out for me. So don't tell. So it's on linen, and I'm doing terrible, but I'm going to try and show you. Can you see the bird I've made so far? Can you see the bird I've made? So it's really cool because she sent me this awesome floss that's variegated, and so the bird is one piece of floss, and it's all different colors. And then I have my Q Scrabble needle minder, Q for 10, Q for Callie. Yes, I spelled Callie with a Q. I know, it's precocious, but I was 16 and it was AOL. It was a good idea at the time. So yeah, she then sent me a message, and I'm not going to show you my phone because then you might see personal stuff, but Sarah goes, look how fast it's going. You guys, she's almost done, and we both started today. So, sorry Sarah, it's going to be a while. Hopefully you didn't think a Sal with me would mean that I actually stitched along with you, because I don't work that way. I know I feel really scattered, but it's, like I said, it's 9 o'clock. We've done a lot. We did our grocery shopping for the week. We're trying something called e-meals. I don't think there's a referral link, so I don't really see the point of like telling you there's a link in the bar. There's not. But it's called e-meals. You pay, I think it's like $5 a month, and they send you a grocery list and what you're going to eat for dinner for the week. And Buzz, my husband, is starting to ramp up his schedule for the holidays. Yeah, holidays in September. Don't ask. Anyways, it's a lot easier if we do all of our cooking for dinner for the week on Sundays. So tomorrow we'll be super cooking all day long. We have one thing's called kickin' meatloaf. We have a barbecue chicken sweet and sour dish and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm rambling. But e-meals, super awesome grocery list menu. It's idiot proof, and by idiot proof I mean I don't cook. It tells me what to do, and my kid eats it, so that's a bonus in my book. Okay. Eclectic Possessions and Tattoo Stitcher are doing a stitch along. And I have 13, 14, 15, I think I have 15 whips now. And I got this great idea that I want to do it. So the pattern is called Hawk Run Hollow Villages, or Carriage House of Hawk Run Hollow. And they're these really beautiful, colonial, primitive, pilgrim Amishy colors. There's got to be a more proper way to say it. You know what I'm talking about. But they're these beautiful designs. They have these like really neutral colors, and they're very subdued and gorgeous, and they proposed that people will finish a square a month. The likelihood of that happening with me is slim to none, but oh, and I already blew my stitchy budget on craft supplies for the month with needle minders, but my darling husband, because it was our anniversary, said, you know, go for it. I'm not going to be home much. You know, late evenings, the kids in bed at 7. If you want to sit and stitch, I'm cool with that. Go ahead and buy it. Really, guys, I'm not making that up. He said it was okay. So I kind of love it in the jar. But these are all the colors. I did DMC because I can afford DMC. I can't afford $275 in silks. But thank you, Katie, for the suggestion. Way over my budget. But anyways, I just love them in the jar. And I had a bunch of them already. So really, I think I bought $14 worth of floss, and our floss is 42 cents here, But yeah, isn't that pretty? Look at all those colors. I know, I'm in love. I would show you the pattern, but it's not here yet. Durr. But I've got my fabric. I'm doing an 18, you'll never guess. Guess, no, just guess. Just guess. All right, ready? 18 count Ada. I know, right? Anyways, so I've got my fabric, I've got my floss, now I just need my pattern. So tomorrow, when I should be doing something productive for society, I will probably be putting all these individual skeins, I think there's like 70 of them, into floss away bags and getting ready for the sale that comes out on September 1. And hopefully my pattern will show up soon. Hello, male gods, I need my pattern. Okay, what's next? I said 5. So number 5 is going to be fun. Number 5 is going to be rotating. So I'm going to commit, Sarah, this is to you, and just, I mean, everybody else can hold me to it, but you know, it's me, so good luck with that. I'm going to commit to attempting to complete things before I start another thing except for one thing. So I'm going to have 4 set projects, which is my pineapple, which I've committed to Sarah, my Hawk Run Hollow, which I've committed to myself, and then 2 gifts. And then my 5th project will be my, we'll call it my, oh my god, I have to try something different project. So that one's allowed to always change. So one week that might be I'm working on Home is Where the Heart Is with Lou, because apparently Lou has to turn into you if I'm going to put it in a frame. Or I might work on my Storytime sampler, because I think October's coming, so I might as well start working on February. Or I might pick up Woodland Sampler, or I might work on my Clouds Factory Harry Potter, or another Frosted Pumpkin. I've got like 12. Not really, I have like 5. Or my chicken. Yeah, I have more whips. Oh, I know. Or I could commit to Molly, but I'm not going to right now. Sorry, Molly. But I would work on my Hawaiian sampler for EJ, and then maybe I would finish one of those, and then in 2016, Molly and I could do a stitch along, because Frances L. Johnson, I think is her name, does beautiful Hawaiian designs, and I love Hawaii. Yeah, I've never been, but I love it. And I've got a few of them, and so yeah, that's my plan. Okay, we've done whips, kind of, sort of, not really, lots of it. And we've done, yeah, that's all we've done. Okay, so I thought I was going to do a tag. I think I'm going to skip it because I've already rambled a million years. But I will warn you that the proposed pineapple, give me another P word. Anyways, the pineapple tag is coming. I've got 4 of my 8 questions done. By done, I mean I've thought them up and written them on the mirror upstairs. But I'm thinking about it. It's coming. Pineapple tag for you guys. Stash enhancement. I'm sorry. I don't like the word stash. I cannot say the word stash quisitions. I don't like it because it makes my tongue go. So stash enhancement, I can handle that. So, can I show you something first? My mom was a stitcher. I told you that before, right? So I'm just going to have a little bit of a brag because my mom was Martha Stewart and she makes beautiful things. And I have something that I've had my whole life. I assume I've had it my whole life. I don't actually know when it came into my life. But this is my baby sampler. So it says Helga. That's me. It says March 8th, 1980. That's my birthday. I'm 35, turning 36. Yep, I said my age on camera. And then it says I'm 9 pounds, 1 ounce, and I'm a cute baby girl with lots of pink, and then there's like red and yellow and green, and I don't know. I think it's a strawberry, but then I see the yellow and I go, I don't know what that is. So that's my baby sampler. And it's part of why I feel like I need to do one for my sister, because I think I'm the only kid that got one of these. I don't remember my mom doing them for my siblings. I know they got quilts, because by then she was quilting. And maybe my first little brother got one of these. I vague memory of a train. I might be making that up. I think it's a vague memory of a train. But anyways, I think this is why I feel the need to do it for my sister, because my mom did it for me. And I just think it's really cool. And I think it's why I feel like EJ needs one, because here I am as an adult, and this still has a prized place on my dresser. And I absolutely love it. And it's not there right now because I took it out so you can't see it. but it has a great spot behind it where I used to keep my treasures. I don't know, can you see that? It's like a big old gap. So for me as a kid, this held lists of cute boys, my babysitting money, because again, I had 2 brothers. What else has been in there? My wedding vows were in there for a while when I was writing them because I didn't want him to see them. Now I keep things like a social security card and stuff like that. But if we ever had a fire, God forbid, because I don't want to put that even out there, but if it happened, because it did happen to our friends, this is the first thing I would grab. Well, after the kid and the dog. This is the first thing I would grab because this is one of my most prized possessions and it's one of the most special things I have and I absolutely love it. And I think part of the way I keep important documents inside of it is so that I won't forget about it. So yeah, there's that. Okay, stash enhancement. I know that was heavy. Sorry. Okay, so fun fact. You saw this, which showed up in the mail from my friend Sarah, because Sarah loves me and Sarah knows I like pineapples. But what you don't know is I just bought something for Sarah and I just stitched together because she bought one of these for each of us. So she's like, there's one for me and there's one for you. Well, guess what I did? This is funny. I bought a pattern by the exact same designer for me and Sarah to stitch that's a chicken. Can we say besties any louder? I know. I love it. I love that she and I are so on the same page. I love that she sent me a whole bunch of fancy floss that I've never had before that's all variegated and stuff like that. And the only reason she hasn't gotten her chicken yet is because I've ordered fancy floss for the first time because I was like, well, if I'm going to send her a chicken, it's got to have fancy floss. I didn't know this was coming with fancy floss when I ordered this with fancy floss to surprise her. Dude, great minds think alike, right? Okay. My impulse purchase, Tracy, this is completely your fault. I don't even know that I would ever stitch it other than I love the Snow White in the corner. But this is my anniversary gift to myself because yes, I bought myself a present to celebrate the fact that I'm still married to the man I love 7 years later. This is the Dutch Beast. And a part of me bought it just so that I could learn all the other cool stuff that Tracy didn't read on camera. And I'm in love. It's the most adorable, weird, quirky, amazing, fancy sampler. So I'm totally not going to make it, but if I were to make it, I would find a way to have this be H&M because that's mine and Buzz's initials. So it'd be an H, a fancy and an M. Like the brand H&M. It's just a running joke because he's an M, I'm an H. You know, it works. So yeah, so that came. And then, alrighty. So my best friend from high school just told me she's moving far, 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 far away. Sad. So I decided I have to make her something. And I'm obsessed with the ink circles. And she's obsessed with tomato plants. And she has a thing for the topsy-turvy plants. I don't know if you know what those are, but they basically grow the tomatoes upside down. And my father was a landscaper, and so I believe in tomatoes right side up. I don't know if you can see my hand even, but she likes them upside down. I like them right side up. So this is called Tomatoes Tomatoes, or Tomatoes Tomatoes, however you want to put it. And I don't know if you can see at the bottom there, but it's tomato up, tomato down. And it says, oops, sorry, I gotta grab it. It said, nope, that's not it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, there it is. Okay. It says, don't look at the chart. Shh, don't look. There is a much lively discussion among gardeners as to whether tomato plants grown in an upside-down planter are easier to raise and produce more or larger tomatoes. Converts will swear by it. Skeptics will say it's just a gimmick. This sampler pays tribute to my friend Tasha, whose small porch garden sports a topsy-turvy planter. The sampler's tomato-studded alphabet reads backwards to echo the theme. No matter how you slice it, it comes up fresh. So I just love that. And like I said, my bestest friend from high school, I said bestest, I know I sound like I'm 12. Anyways, she's moving away, she's ditching me. I've already given her crap, now I'm going to give her crap on camera. She's going to watch it and be like, seriously, again? But this is going to be for her. And hopefully I actually make it for her because I think she'd really appreciate it because she's a cross stitcher. She made me a bunch of bookmarks when we were kids. We met sophomore year of high school and found that we had a mutual love for New Kids on the Block. And really, is anything else more important than a friendship? Right. So, it's the Topsy Turvy Tomato Sampler. And I'm making it for Enders. That's not her name, but it's what I call her. So, you're going to have to go with it. But I love that the alphabet's backwards. I love that it has little B's at the top, because I'm a bee. I love the tomato plants upside down, though I hate her planter. I think it's so weird. Like, I just don't get how your tomato... Anyways, the weight. I mean, no. Anyways, it's for her. I think she'll like it. We'll see if I ever do it. It's the plan. He keeps moving the camera. Sorry, guys. Okay. Last thing. So, again, enabled. Emily... No. Yes, Emily is her name. Eclectic Possessions, shared a prairie schooler. I was having a conversation with a friend. My friend said she bought the Boo Prairie Schooler sampler. And I jumped online. Or no, and then I told her, ew, I don't like the whatever was in it. But then I jumped online because I was watching Flosstube while I was talking to my friend, because that's polite. But I saw another one that I liked. It's called Hocus Pocus. And it's the one that Emily from Eclectic Possessions was making. And I had to have it. And you guys keep saying that Prairie Schooler is going away. So, if that's the case, I'm really glad I grabbed it. Because I'm not making it anytime soon. But I really like it. And I love these colors. What is this called? I want to call it Pilgrim. I'm sure that's offensive. I don't like the word primitive. I think that just sounds weird. Amish implies it's a religious thing. So what do you call these colors? Plus it's Halloween. That's probably not Amish. What do you call these kinds of colors? Because colonial doesn't feel right either. But I don't know. And then I was watching another podcaster. I keep saying podcast. I don't know what you call yourselves. Flosstuber, which sounds weird, but whatever. Katie the Stash Queen. And she was doing the, ooh, look at this one that I have. And I bought the Prairie Schooler. Farmer's Almanac. And it's a poem that I grew up with and she grew up with. And pretty much any other kid that went to school in the 80s probably grew up with. But they say it wrong. I learned it 30 days has September, April, June, and November. All the rest have 31 except for February. And then there's more to it, but I don't remember the rest. So this one says 30 days has September, April, June, and November. 31 the others date excepting February 28. But in a leap year, we assign February 29. So I kind of love that. I don't know if you can see that. Can they see it? Is it close enough, babe? Yep, he's here. I know. I love being able to talk to him on camera. It's just super cute. It's got chickens, it's got cows, it's got a horse, it's got I think it's a crow. And again, it's that like primitive farmer, country, colonial, old-fashioned looking. I just love the colors. That's for me. And then, because I've learned that things that I thought I didn't want from the box of inheritance, maybe I really did want. So I went back to it, and you want to see what I found? It was printed in 1990 by the Prairie Schooler. That's right, the company that's going out of business. Well, she had a few of them in her box. And I really like it. It's number 28, Stockings and More. So it's a Christmas pattern. Again, from the 90s. 1990 seems to be when most of her patterns were from. So I guess she was making a lot of cross stitch when I was 10. I don't remember. Sorry, Mom, I don't remember. But I love that I keep finding stuff. And this is a cool one because it's, there it is. It's Prairie Schooler. And apparently they're going away. So, yay me. I have ones that were my mama's. Okay. Last stash. And then I need to let you guys go. It's 9 o'clock at night. You have better things to do than listen to me blabber on it. And we have a movie to watch. Allison Sweeney on the Hallmark Channel is doing a movie called Love is in the Air and a live chat on Twitter, and I want to watch. So we're going to have date night on the couch, and I think we have a thing of slow churn dryer ice cream or whatever they call it. It's yummy. The custard one. So we're going to have some ice cream and watch a movie together. That's like a date, right? And we don't have to pay for a sitter because he's upstairs. Yes, that's a bonus. Okay. So there's a bajillion groups on Facebook. There's Cross Stitch Is My Thing, Cross Stitch and Disgust. I got booted out of that group. It has something to do with the fact that I didn't post frequently enough. Whatever. There's the Frosted Pumpkins group. There's the Clouds Factory group. There's the I don't know, there's a bajillion of them, right? Well, I belong to Stitch Mania, which is a group that was started by a guy named Garrett and two other chicks that I don't actually know, but I knew Garrett already through another group, where basically they were insane people who for 15 days started 15 new projects and thought that would be fun, and now a bunch of them are up to like over 70 whips. I can't do that. And yet, hello, I have done that. So, a couple weeks ago, someone goes, yay, we're going to have a chatelaine stitch along. Do you know how much those projects cost? $1 million, jillion, zillion dollars. And I said, honey, what do you think if I buy a pattern? How much is it? I don't know, a couple, 30, 40 bucks? Sure. So I bought the pattern. Who knows if I'll kit it up. But it's a chatelaine by Martina Rosenberg called the Hawaii Garden Mandala. And it is absolutely, can you see it? It's gorgeous. Oh my God, I'm in love. It's beautiful, right? So, because I'm a practical person, I went on to a website and I put all the supplies into a cart if I were to make it from silks. And I don't think I can convince him that I need $320 for a cross stitch pattern. I think if I said, hey honey, I want $320 for a cross stitch pattern, he'd have me committed. So while I appreciate and acknowledge that a lot of you get to use the fancy stuff, if this happens, it happens with DMC. Because I can afford that. Also, we think we're going to have a no-spend October. I'll let you know how that goes. Living Well, Spending Less, it's a blogger we like. She put out a book. There's a couple people from our church who are going to be doing it with us. So we will be doing that, which means for October there shouldn't be any new stash enhancement. But if I were honest, and he's in the room, so I'm really being honest, there's a few things still coming in. I've got a 1, 2, 3 stitch buy coming. I've got a Stitch in Bits and Bots. I've got my Hawk Run Hollow, and in that box should be another little thing that I'm super excited about. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do. Had to have that. Thanks a lot. I think I can blame Brittany Blimey Cat for that one. She talked about it enough. She sang it. You guys, she sang it. I had to have it, right? So I have Ti, Do somewhere, but that's all I have so far. Yeah, so that's my week. 2 for somebody, 2 for someone else, 3 for me. And that's all. Bye!
Hi everyone, this is EJ, also known as Stitchy Bug. Sorry that we didn't film last week where we were working on all the Valley Fire donations. It was kind of near. So, let's start with my works in progresses. First up, my treasure boxes for my babysitters. There's 92 days until Christmas and I still have to finish 2 more. This is my top and bottom. The 2 sides I've finished. And I'm working on my purple side. Okay, next whip. This is my Ingleside Imaginarium Honey Bear by Miss Brittany. This is what it looks like. And this is my progress.
What's your needle minder?
My needle minder is Gina's Needle Minders Inside Out. My
Who is it?
Anger Minder. Next whip. I worked on this week and I started
Read it first.
the Clouds Factory, Howabunga, Ninja Turtles, and this is what it looks like right there.
Bring it down, please. Can you get closer? Hold still. Okay, bring it back.
And this is my progress.
Up. Okay, and who's the minder?
The minder is Gina's minder's worry inside out minder. Next whip.
Not yet.
Not yet.
This is stash.
This is my stash. I've got all the colors for it. These are the colors for the frosted pumpkin zombie loaf. Brains. And these are all the colors.
And who bought those?
I bought these with my own money, and I bought my own
It's called a Q-snap.
Q-snap with my own money. And that's it. Bye, Flosstube.